What is going on, guys? My name is Patrick, aka Chief Pat, and today bringing you guys a brand new episode of a brand new series. So I have been doing a lot of raiding on my main account since the new update came out. I did a lot of different testing with the new dark spells and stuff like that, but I never did really any sort of trophy push. And now that the new leagues are out, I thought I would give it a go, and I'm not going to do a quest of 5,000 trophies like Galadon is doing. I've talked to him one-on-one about that, and it's pretty insane. But instead, I thought I would just give myself a time limit, and I'm going to call this series the 2-week Titan Challenge. So pretty much what I'm going to be trying to do is I'm going to be raiding every day for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to try to push as far as I can, and I'm going to see how far up into the Titan League I can get by the end of these 2 weeks. So today is July 15th, so that gives me until July 29th. I'm going to pretty much try to post a video every single day of me raiding and climbing up the ranks. I'm going to be using a lot of the same strategies, as well as I'll probably branch out and try some other ones if you guys have any good suggestions, because I know a lot of things have changed now that the dark spells are out. But let's just go ahead and attack some bases, see how far we can go over these next 2 weeks, and let's start it out with this first base right here. So if you guys have seen me trophy push before, usually I look for bases that have at least like 13, 14 trophies. Usually 15 is my benchmark, but since this guy did have 14 and I found him pretty quickly, I thought I would go ahead and attack. And let's go ahead and check it out, and I'm going to go ahead and attack through the bottom. So I thought the bottom was a pretty good place to attack from because I can use both of my jump spells to get over all 3 layers of walls that this guy has, and then my troops are just going to slowly make their way in. I'm going to drop my poison spell on top of some of his clan castle troops, and it looks like things are pretty okay for now. So my king did go off to the left, so I made a little bit of a mistake there. He's just going to pretty much keep fighting around over there, not do too much for me in the center of the base, but I do have a ton of golems in the center as well as my archer queen, so I think I'm in a pretty good place. And now that my queen's attacking the town hall, I know I'm guaranteed to get that 2nd star. So even though the king didn't go into the center, he did a good job of destroying a lot of the other buildings on the outside. In total, 2 stars and 9 trophies. And let's go ahead and check out this next base. Again, another offer of 14 trophies, and that's not really too bad, seeing as I'm starting this series at 3,710 trophies. And if I can get 9 trophies at a time, it actually is pretty good. So let's attack this guy as well. And I was looking for the best place to attack from, and I decided to attack from the top left because number 1, I can take care of the archer queen really quickly, and then number 2, I can also make my way through because the jump spells are actually pretty convenient right here. So first jump spell went down, it's going to let me into the main part of his base, and then I can use the 2nd jump spell to get to the town hall, as well as I'm going to go ahead and freeze that inferno tower right there before it does a lot more damage to some of my P.E.K.K.A. or some of my golems. Alright, looks like he has a dragon in the castle. Seems to be pretty popular nowadays, especially with the poison spell. I did make a mistake by not dropping my barbarian king until like 45 seconds into the raid, which makes absolutely no sense. But king is in the center. He is going to be focused by that inferno tower right now, but luckily I should have enough damage in there to finish it off, and it looks like we got our 1st star against the base. Alright, so last time the king went off to the left. This time the queen's going to go off to the left, so she's just taking out some buildings on the left side of the base, but seeing as I'm already at 55%, I'm sort of just letting her do her own thing, and then as soon as she's in any sort of danger, I'm just going to go ahead and end the battle. Alright, so in total, again, another 2 stars and 59%. It was a pretty safe raid. I did have that king getting attacked by that inferno tower towards the very end instead of the center, so I had to worry about that, but overall, pretty nice. And let's go ahead and check out raid number 3. So we're attacking the legend from Sparta, and deciding where I want to attack from, I want to make sure that I destroy these buildings in this first compartment. On the left-hand side as well. I'm trying to explain this. I wish I had like some sort of mouse cursor on the screen where I was showing you what I want to do, but look at the golem on the very top. I'm trying to destroy that cannon. I'm trying to destroy that archer tower next to it. And why I'm doing that is because my 2 golems on the bottom-hand side, after they destroy these defenses, I'm going to drop a jump spell, and instead of for the golems running all the way around the base, as soon as the golems take care of this wizard tower right here, look at how they're going to hop all the way over the wall and go into the center of the base. So the reason I dropped that first golem on the top left, he made sure he could take care of some of the defenses, so my other golems didn't run around in a circle. And I hope that wasn't super confusing, but it actually worked out really perfectly on this raid, and you can see I have all of my main troops in the center of the base. I'm at 46%, King's still alive, Queen's down there doing something, I don't even know what she's doing, and then I actually forgot to click my Queen's ability, which made me a little bit depressed because I thought I might have had a shot at getting 3 stars in this base, but yeah. Gonna let my troops run around a little bit longer. My king still has plenty of health and he has his ability left as well, but unfortunately I'm sort of just lacking the damage to get this done because I really feel like that queen could have helped me out a lot. Like if I activated her ability, she could have destroyed maybe 3 defenses on the very bottom, and then that would have let my king, my barbarians, the rest of my troops sort of do work throughout the rest of the base. But instead, with all of those defenses on the very bottom, I knew I didn't really stand a chance. And that was pretty much it for the raid. So depressing stuff. Make sure you're always keeping track of your king and queen's abilities, but still 14 trophies since that guy had 21 available, and overall a pretty good raid. All right, so I was stoked when I found this raid. It took me a second to realize this guy had 49 trophies because I was watching TV, but again, whenever you get a whale like this that has a ton of trophies, in this case 49, which is amazing, you definitely want to take advantage of it and make sure you get at least 2 stars against the base. So deciding where I wanted to attack from, I could attack from the very bottom, I could attack from the right, and overall I thought it would be a pretty good idea to attack from the right hand side because I can drop a pretty good jump spell on top of that builder hut, and then I can just funnel the rest of my troops inside of the base. So jump spell is going to go down right there, and I did drop a golem. I was hoping he would sort of get distracted by the walls so my wizards could do work on the bottom right hand side, and it looks like that worked out pretty well, so my wizards are going to keep doing that. And now I'm just going to keep following up with the rest of my troops, and you just got to hope and pray they make their way to the center of the base. And let me go ahead and drop that poison spell as well. So the poison spell is going to do work on all of his clan castle troops, and one more jump spell to get my troops in the center of this base, and I hopefully should have a pretty good shot to get to the town hall. All right, so king and queen are doing work, still have plenty of P.E.K.K.A. and golems. Looks like all of my troops are together except for the king decided to just go crazy on the very top. But still, I have my queen left. She's going to go ahead and shoot down the town hall. And overall, this raid turned out pretty perfectly as well. So back-to-back really good raids, except on the first one, I didn't activate my queen's ability. But anyways, 49%, only a couple more buildings left. Watching the rest of my troops run through, unfortunately that giant bomb is going to take care of a lot of my wizards. So as the queen is the last person left, I'm just going to go ahead and end the battle there, and I got a total of 32 trophies for that raid. So really, really good raid. I feel like those ones pretty much went exactly how I wanted them to. And let's go ahead and check out this next base we can attack right here. So Sneaky Steve looks like he has 22 trophies, and my first thing I want to avoid, I think I can completely avoid the king and queen altogether on the very bottom. You can see how far away the king and queen are from the town hall. So whenever I see that when I'm attacking a base, I pretty much have a free shot from the other side of the base. So king and queen are on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and break through the very top. And since I did bring a couple of wall breakers right here, I can actually save my second jump spell and use it later if I want to. All right, so let's go ahead and start dropping some of our troops. I'm going to use the jump spell, like I said, on top of that mortar. And now I'm going to drop all 3 of my golems, and I made sure they split apart. And that way, they're not all just going to get clogged on one side of the base. All right, king and queen are going down. Going to go ahead and keep dropping my troops, drop that P.E.K.K.A. and my clan castle. I am going to drop my first rage spell right now, and that should be enough to take care of most of the stuff going on over here. And yeah, things are looking pretty excellent. Let me drop that second jump spell so they can get into the next compartment. Or actually, no, the first jump spell let them get into the next compartment, so I don't even have to worry about that, and I can actually use my next jump spell wherever I want to get them to go back to the center. All right, so the king went down. I can't even remember if I actually activated his ability, but it looks like a couple more of my troops are going to go ahead and jump around into the center. I dropped that second jump spell on the top left so my queen would come back over and shoot some of the buildings and hopefully make her way back to the town hall, but I really didn't need her because luckily my P.E.K.K.A. got there in the end, but she would have gotten the town hall anyways if that didn't happen. But still, again, another 2-star raid, 15 trophies, and things are turning out pretty excellent. So some good raids so far. I mean, I'm attacking some pretty decent bases up here, around 3,700 to 3,800 trophies. And let's go ahead and see if we can attack this next guy. 15 trophies available, and deciding where I want to attack from, I can probably just attack from the bottom right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop my golems. I need to make sure I take care of these army camps as fast as possible. And then now that there are no garbage buildings on the outside, I can go and drop my jump spell. I can start spamming my king and my queen. And as I like to say, I can just face roll on my iPad and let my troops do work throughout the rest of the base. All right, so troops are making their way through. Looks like that jump spell did let my troops jump over to the next level. I'm going to drop my second jump spell so my troops can get into the center of the base. And it's pretty much just going to be a big epic fight inside of the center of the base. So we're going to have to see what happens and to see if this guy has any troops inside of his clan castle, which of course he does. So now I'm going to drop my poison spell as well as a free spell. So luckily, You guys might have noticed in the past, I would bring a lightning spell to take care of the Clan Castle troops, but seeing as we have the Dark Elixir spells now, I can just go ahead and swap out that lightning spell for a free spell, and use a poison spell instead, which is just as effective, if not more effective, against Clan Castle troops. All right, so 50%, things look pretty solid right now. Queen is still at full health, as well as I do in my King, and I did remember to activate his ability this time. So let's go ahead and let my troops run a little bit farther, just in case we have a shot at getting 3 stars against this base. So Queen's on the right-hand side, which means she doesn't have any golems to act as a bodyguard. I'm going to go ahead and activate her ability right now. She's going to go ahead and shoot that wizard tower. She's going to go ahead and shoot that cannon. And then, of course, the Queen's going to go ahead and shoot this wall for no reason whatsoever. I thought they fixed the Queen's AI, but more and more raids that I do, I just don't even know what happens. So instead of the Queen being able to shoot that mortar immediately, she's going to keep getting pounded by that mortar on the bottom right-hand side. And yeah. And then on the other side, the same exact thing. My wizards are shooting walls for no reason, and I just don't get what is going on with AI. All right, well, you know, I was actually pretty confident I was going to get 3 stars against this base, but the Clash Gods apparently didn't want to make it happen. 10 trophies, which is pretty disappointing, but let's go ahead and head back to base and check out what we've got. So we went from 3,710 trophies to 3,805, which puts us up into Champions 1, and we're only 200 away from hitting 4,000, and then 300 away from hitting Titan 3. So hopefully we can keep climbing. I guess if I had to make a goal for this series, I'd get somewhere around Titan 2 in this next 2 weeks, but it really just depends on what type of bases that I see, and we'll just have to see what happens from there, because 4,400 troops is actually still pretty difficult to get to. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this idea for a new series. I'm going to be trying to post videos every single day as I climb, and yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are going to dig this new series, just let me know with a like as well as a comment in the comment section below. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.